And he started talking to me about building, about what he's been constructing in my life. He said, son, there will be many things that try to destroy the building. The storms of life will come. People will get jealous. And sometimes you'll even be tempted to tear down what I've been building through your own self-doubt or your weariness. And I said, Lord, what do I do when it feels like everything I built is falling apart? He said, remember this. When the foundation is firm, the structure can fall and still be rebuilt. Because what's anchored in it, because what's anchored in me can never truly be destroyed. That hit me deep. And he went on to say, don't get caught up in the building. Buildings rise and buildings fall, but the foundation remains. Sometimes you hold on to what was because you don't understand what I'm calling you to rebuild. Not because the old thing was bad, but because I'm preparing you to expand your capacity, to stretch you into spaces that can carry the weight of what's next. So I sat quiet for a moment, just letting that sink in. Then he said, rebuilding doesn't mean failure. It means favor. It means I trust you with more. The foundation that's proven strong will always be tested again and again. Not to break you, but to prove your durability in every season. And I can almost see it. The building I admired for so long, for years, standing tall and beautiful. But the rooms were too small now. And God said, sometimes I have to allow what you built to be torn down. Not because it wasn't good, but because it's no longer big enough for what I've called you to carry. That's when I realized sometimes loss is just God's way of making room. So now I declare this over you, the same way he spoke it over me. Don't mourn what fails. Don't fear what shifts. Because if God built it once, he can build it again, higher, stronger, and more refined than before. Stay anchored to the foundation he's laid for you and that he's laid in you. Guard it with everything you have. Don't compromise it for anyone. And don't apologize for the standard he's placed on the inside of your life. You're not just a builder, you're the blueprint. So I'm standing firm because what's coming next is greater than what's been lost. I was having another conversation with God, and he started speaking to me. Not about building this time, but about planting. He said, son, sometimes I have to uproot what I planted. Not because it's dead, but because it's outgrown the soil that it's in. I said, Lord, it feels like everything's shifting. People are leaving. Places don't fit the same. And I don't even recognize the ground that I'm standing on. And he said, that's because I'm transitioning you, son. Don't confuse being uprooted with being abandoned. What I plant, I never forget. What I start, I finish. Then he told me, stop assuming every shaking is the enemy. Sometimes the soil gets tight because it's time to be moved. You poured all the nutrients you could from this place. And now I see that I need to replant you, where you can grow again. And that hit me deep. Because the truth is, we don't like transition. We pray for growth, but we forget growth requires being moved. And he said, when I replant you, it's not punishment, it's preparation. I'm stretching your roots, expanding your reach, and deepening your foundation. You were never meant to stay in one pot forever. Then he whispered, uprooting doesn't mean I'm finished with you. It means I'm trusting you with more soil. Wow, and I realized sometimes it's not the enemy pulling you out. It's God lifting you higher. Sometimes he allows what was comfortable to become tight, so you'll stop settling for space that can no longer hold your growth. So now I speak this over you, the way he spoke it over me. Don't mourn the move. Don't resist the replanting. You're not being buried. You're being repositioned. If God planted you once, he can plant you once again, deeper, stronger, and in richer soil than before. Stay rooted in his word. Trust the hands that hold you. And don't apologize for outgrowing the ground that you were once in. Because you're not just planted, you're chosen. And every time he moves you, it's time to make room for greater fruit.